1, Lesson 20, I am determined to see. Um, what this lesson is addressing is a little shift that we're going to make in our practice now. And it addresses motivation theory and also any authority issues we may have to the practice. If you remember from the beginning of the workbook introduction, it talked about the lessons just need to be done. That whatever our reactions to them or our beliefs, none of that matters. It's just utilizing them and using them that will show us the benefit of them. So as it addresses motivational theory in this lesson, it reminds us that the best motivation is one that keeps in our minds what we really want. If we have the value of doing the exercises within our minds, then that's what will motivate us to practice. And so holding that value in mind is what value do we think that we're going to get out of it. So it reminds us that we're looking for joy and peace, those kinds of experiences, as opposed to the opposites. So in the first paragraph here, it's talking about this casual approach that we've had to practice, and that's been intentional and been important because the course's idea is that learning is something that needs to be done in a casual and a comfortable way. That's the best way to learn, as opposed to the idea that, well, I've got to do it, or I feel forced to do it, or if I don't do it, there'll be consequences. If all that, it's addressing and saying that you just need to remind yourself of the value of the practice. And that's hopefully what's been done in the first 19 lessons before that, is that by doing them, we've seen some value in them, some increase in peace or joy or understanding. So as it goes on down here, it's saying that even though we've been casual about it, we haven't lost sight of the crucial importance. A reversal of your thinking and salvation of the world depends upon it. And the emphasis has been in that the reverse of our thinking is that it's our thoughts that produces the world, as opposed to the world producing our thoughts. And that's the key to salvation, and that's the key to forgiveness, because that's what we have control over, are our thoughts. So that's what the first paragraph is indicating. And he's reinforcing in here that we really do want the benefits of this. We want to be happy. We want that peace. And the recognition that we don't have them is a function partly of our mind being disciplined, and that's what we're trying to do, is discipline ourselves to look at our thoughts, to see the power in them, so we can know the difference between pain and pleasure, love and fear, joy and sorrow. So it's being clear about what we really want is what will motivate us. So your decision to see in the next period is all that vision requires. What you want is yours. Do not mistake this little effort that the goal is small. That's the idea is, well, if you're not asking much, there must not be much that I'm getting out of it. And the course's claim is that there's a tremendous amount to get it from even just a little effort, because the salvation of the world depends upon you changing your mind. And it's that determination. Like in this lesson, I'm determined to see differently. I'm determined to see these relationships different. I'm determined to see the world I live in different, and my situation in it is different. So the exercise for today consists in reminding yourself throughout the day that you want to see. So there's been two practices so far. Is the regular practices where it's structured, where you sit down and consciously take a look at your thoughts and apply the idea for the day. But there's also been the other practice of during the day, when situations arise, that's the time that you can apply the idea also. So the exercises are more these formal structures, and then throughout the day we will use these lessons when the need for it arises. So the idea here is, let's see, what does it say? Today's idea also tacitly implies the recognition that you do not see now. Okay, so as you repeat the idea throughout the day, you're stating that you're determined to change your present state for a better one and one you really want. So that goes back to this idea. This is what I want. I'm not being forced into do it. So the instructions are repeat today's idea slowly and positively at least twice an hour, attempting to do so every half an hour. So that's another structure, right? Is to try and break it up evenly from on the hour and then on the half hour. And you'll see that exercise repeated or that structure repeated. And then, the whole idea of not getting upset if we didn't do it, just to let that pass, just another lesson in letting the past go. All right, so I forgot to do it, big deal. And then in 3, the extra repetition should be applied to any situation, person, or event that upsets you. Okay, so this is on the fly practice as opposed to the formal ones. That's really where the learning is going to come in. So what you desire, you will see, such as the law of cause and effect that operates in the world. Okay, that's it for now. We'll do the next lesson tomorrow.